Hi, it's Xavier. I've just popped off the A9 in Glencass, just outside Perth, because I found out about this place. If you can see it there, it's called the Linden Garden Centre, and if you have a look for bonsais anywhere in Scotland, there's this one. But I thought I'd pop in here. They reckon they've got some bonsais, so let's have a look and see what they've got. Well, excusing the noise of the A9, it's not the biggest display, but I've certainly found it. This is something I was going to do right at the beginning. This is how I saw my my nursery being. Lovely little selection of trees there. So I think the website was a little bit deceptive. But we've got some geckos, £37. Is that a golden larch? Chinese elm, holly, little dawn redwoods. Yeah. Okay, so probably nothing more than you'd expect at a standard garden centre, but it's good to see they've got something. We've got here £38 for that. Okay, little azalea. Is that £39? Excellent. Okay, well, there's nothing here I'm going to buy, and perhaps a little bit disappointed, but you know, you've got to stop and check these places. So I might have a look and see if there's anything in the bargain plants section. So we've got, is that Pinus strobus, that eastern white pine or something. We've got something there. Could do something with that, but I've never dealt with them before, and £23, I don't think I'm willing to take a chance. Okay, so I just had a look in there, and there was nothing much to speak about. Let's just get back on the A9 now and see if we can head there. Okay, cheers. No, that's my finger. Okay, so from Xavier in the bottom, well, I'm not in the bottom of the garden, I'm in the bottom of Scotland right now. Cheers, happy bonsaiing.
Well, I don't know which part this is going to come, if at all, but one of the great things about travelling to the Orkneys, apart from the, 455-mile journey up from Lincoln, took me just over 7.5 hours, is lots of waiting. Obviously the ferry from Aberdeen, that was another 6 hours, and I got the joys of some local Scottish guitar playing. I don't know whether it's Scottish guitar playing. The guitar wasn't Scottish, I don't suppose. And actually it sounded very Spanish, a lot of what he was doing. But he did it with a very good, strong Scottish accent. I wasn't going to try to do it. But just to give you a taste, I'm now waiting for the local ferry that'll take me across to Stronsay. This is what it's going to be like until I finally get to relax with my friends. And a very good friend. Yeah, so even now, looking out over the scene, look at that, Stronsay. That's not the island, obviously, that's the sign. But it's always a good sign of things to come. Yeah, about another 45 minutes before the ferry comes. So it looks like my ferry's arriving. There it is there. Okay, so on our way. Boarding pass. Oh yeah, hi. Brilliant. And there we go. Oh. Right. Okay. There we go.
Can't see anything through the windscreen, I know. That's me now off the ferry. Don't know what the wind's going to be like, but this is the view I get from my front window. There's the Expressions van, and I won't go close to him, but there's Father Nicholas. Just in the evening now, and this is Stronsay when it's at its best. We're actually in the village of Whitehall, which is not to say there's any other villages, because they're not. It's just the one town. I don't think there's more than about 130, 140 families who actually live here. But across the way there is Papa Stronsay, which is where the Redemptorists reside. Yeah, so I'll take you on a little walk through, because that'll be ever so interesting. Look at the Royal Bank of Scotland. Into the harbour itself. Hi, it's Xavier, and guess where I am? I'm in Stronsay, and I'm at the top of the island. I'm up here looking at birds, but I'm going to take some bird shots, and but basically I'm into the coastal walks now, and best thing about coastal walks is rocks. I love my Stronsay rock. I've got to come back with a whole load because I've used loads, and there were quite a few people who wanted rocks. I'll also try and do my best for those who are interested in the wildlife, see if I can get some seals. And I've got some pictures of some birds that have got like these sort of beaks. I suppose they're like scoop bills, or as they go in there looking for wormy things and stuff like that. But yeah, so for my holiday special in Stronsay, for now I'll say cheers, happy bonsaiing. I'm just resting, sleeping, and I am trying to watch a few of Tony's videos, but one of them, two of them actually, I've been told by my spiritual director that this 2 weeks is all about breaking down relaxation, calm, and finding that inner peace and whatever. But yeah, just relaxed, unpacked, had soup on toast. Well, didn't throw the soup on the toast because that'd be silly, but as true stereotypical old age white man, I opened a can of soup and that was my dinner. So anyway, I'm going to take you for a quick tour around and see what the wildlife is like. This is just a little peninsula on the end of Stronsay, but as you can see, it's pretty flat. Not renowned for its massive expanse of trees. All it's got is loads of Olearia, traversy. Anyway, let's see what we can find. And just thought I'd focus in on Papa Stronsay, which is this little island you're seeing there. Don't know what the zoom is like on this, but when we first came up here in 2002, we were actually going to buy the pub on this island, but that there is the monastery area for the Redemptorist priests, and they built that, as I say, back in 2000. And for any bird watchers there amongst you, I'm not sure if you can identify what that is. It's got a very curvy beak. I don't even know if I'm focusing on it, to be honest. Let's try and go closer. Yeah, whatever that may be. Let's go back out because this is making me feel seasick. That's the Morse code bird. Don't know what that is. Looks like a bird to me. Does that look like a bird to you? The good thing about birds is they start with B. And do you know what else starts with B? Bonsai. Or as some others would like to say, bonsai. Anyway, boring. Well, that starts with B as well. These old ruins, well, they've always been old ruins to be honest, but when we first came up here in 2002 and the kids were like 6 and 7, on our first trip to the island, the priests used to have this as their dairy farm part, and I remember little Tammy, who you've only seen as Big Tammy, she used to love riding the donkeys here, as did weeny little 4-year-old James. But yeah, it's incredible still to think that I've been part of this for nearly 20 years now. As you never thought this would be a holiday place, but there you go. It takes all types. I like walking, I like yomping, and the good thing about it is you can let the kids run wild without any fear of anything. Well, any fear is that they're going to look at all that moss. Moss. I remember one year I brought all the moss back with me. Funny enough, it didn't last the journey. Oh, that is really good moss. Now we're just coming up to the probably one of the northern tips of the island, and for those of you who are intrigued as to where I get all my rocks from, I'm just about to get to my rock mining city. As Jack quite rightly pointed out, one of my subscribers and hopefully a friend, he did say that the island used to be a mile or so longer until I started mining in say 2002. But it's a beautiful day. It's very, very rare to have non-windy days, so that's why the old camera's out, and hopefully I might be able to find some seals out there somewhere. We'll just see. Thankfully Mr. Joy's been tripping over what is a relatively easy gate to climb over, but my 55-year-old knees didn't agree with my brain's assessment of the risk assessment on that little exercise. Right, and there you go. All these rocks, slates, are pounded on and washed on by that sea, which is absolutely incredibly calm. I'm sure I'm going to show you a day when it's nowhere near as calm. So I like to walk right around the island. Well, not right around the island, right around this peninsula. It normally takes about an hour. Just disturbed some quite, I suppose all I can do is call them big birds. But they have these great big long beaks. Don't know what they are. Don't know if you can see them with this camera. There we go. Really does feel like the top of the world. I know it's not. I think Magnus, you're more at the top of the world than I am. So if there's any cow spotters out there, you can mark those off. Some Stronsay cow. I'm sure there's cow spotters. They're always very curious, but they're not very good at bonsai. Do you believe we've got our first seal spot? There we go. They're so curious. Look at that, Mr. Seal. Hello. So, you know, when I come up here, it always brings a tear to my eye, to be perfectly honest. It's just so many, every part of this is associated with good memories of Zeta and itself and the kids growing up. Yeah, anyway. I'm going to head back and see what I'm going to make myself for lunch. I imagine it won't be anything too imaginative. And then I don't know what I'll do this afternoon. It's very hard to just relax and do nothing. Rocks. Actually, I'm going to go skipping. Skip the rocks. I'm going to do lots of rock hunting. Loads of them here. Absolutely loads. Get some good driftwood here as well, to be honest. Anyway. That's the town of Whitehall over there, by the way. Very, very small, local. So friendly. So very, very friendly. Just an interesting factoid. Well, it may not be interesting. But as well as being an island that's got buffalo, it is also an island that still has the influence of the Masons, and that there is their Masonic Hall. Apparently they still hold meetings there, but we know what that is. That is the world famous Expressions of Grace bonsai van. I don't know if it's famous, but I like it. Best go in and get my shower now. Hi, it's Xavier in the conservatory of St Ola Cottage, and I know I am on holiday. The reason why I'm doing this is so you can actually hear the noise behind. I don't even know whether you can see what's going on out there. I think I took a clip a little bit earlier. In fact, I did take a clip. I was asked to take one of the brothers out to the doctor for his blood pressure. So rather than making him walk, I thought, yeah, I can do that. And if you look, this clip's going to come on now. Well, we've had our calm day. I was going to go to one of the bays, but it's absolutely hammering it. And we've got the tail end of some storm. So I was going to take you down there, which is the part of St Catherine's Bay, which is beautiful golden sands. But I really don't fancy that right now. So instead, I'm taking a picture of this house. Definitely not going out on the beach today, that's for sure. Okay, so here we are, further down. I suppose just so you understand what a hill looks like on Stronsay, that's a hill, and then the beachfront. So we'll have a little look down there. I've actually managed to pick up some quite nice rocks and all sorts of stuff down there. But as I say, you know, going back 10 years, this is the beach where my wife and I and the kids had an absolute rollicking? Who does rollicking things? Who has rollicking times anymore? But we had a rollicking time. Gosh, it's windy. And just to prove this is actually really sand, that's actually sand down there. It's not a green screen, although we've got green grass. Go on then, green grass, someone give me the program. Yeah, so I'll try not to drop everything because this camera costs more than my van does. I'm not staying here long because I'm actually a bit old chilly, but yeah, so golden sands, you'd never have thought it till you come here, and when the sun is out properly it is truly incredible. And these dunes are a good 6 to 7 foot high, so when the prevailing wind's coming from the other direction, clearly you get this lovely idyllic calm. So yeah, this is St Catherine's Bay. Obviously you get a load of gulls and stuff like that. So here we are down on that coast. I'm not going to take us right down to the beach because it's sand, and those of you who have heard me talk about sand know that I don't like sand. Well, I do like sand, but not when I'm not going to swim. So this is the opposite beach. Again, when you're actually down at the level there, none of the wind actually gets to you, and you've got lovely golden sands, and exactly no people on them. Right, so now I'm going to take us over to the Vat of Curbistor, which is over that way. So to get to the Vat, we've got this lovely little path that's all set up safely for us between farmers' fields. Off to the left, some more rugged coastline. It's actually gorgeous. The sun's out right now and it's absolutely fantastic. So I shall continue to walk down here and hopefully not fall over. Okay, we're on the coastal route. A little bit damp underfoot, but Yes, we haven't got a lot of the protective barriers that we might associate with some of the other attractions. Literally a foot away, it's already giving me queasies in my tum. Queasies in my tum. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So we'll keep on walking. It's all the slate. Just to show when it's really rough, that water comes right up. You literally got this drop. Whoa. Incredible. Yeah. There you go. That's the Vat of Curbistor. It's a drain dike. Nah, not really. Gee, I'm funny. I make myself laugh so regularly. Okay, so that could potentially be a Yamadori bonsai. What do you reckon? Not sure what that is. It looks a bit like it's got some good movement in it anyway. But yeah, I think it's dead. There's another of those dead Yamadoris. So here we go. And let's swing around. There's the true vat. There's no value added there. And I was hoping to say, we'll get front onto it. Might actually zoom out a bit, to be honest. There we go. I think I've done this particular walk certainly 4 times. I don't come every year, but you know, you've got to have that impressive photo in your album. Let's see if we can get it round. Okay, so I'm probably one of the best days I've been here. There it is, the Vat of Curbistor. I'm assuming the vat's a bit in the middle. I really do hope I can find some birds. Anyway, let's see if we can. I do know for a fact that that has lost a lot more rocks. So you know, it's like all these natural features. They're only going to be here for so long. Like I think was it the 12 apostles in South Australia around the coast. I don't know whether they're down to 6 or 7 now. But yeah, I'm going to do some staring and then see if I can see some birds. Little cave there. Some pirate cove. He's stashed his treasure, his booty's down there. Mind you, booty means something different. Oh, what? I can't believe I just did that. Stop it. Let's leave booty alone, shall we? But I can't see any bird life, so I'll have a look. But anyway, so there you go. Vat of Curbistor, Stronsay. Still feel really spoilt being up here. And if I knew more about nature, I'm gonna make that my thing. Learn about birds. Got a bird there. We have, I see it. We found a bird. There you go, I don't know what it is, we'll find it, identify it. Well, like all good walks, the rain in Stronsay will often decide it's time for you to finish. So from Xavier, somewhere near the Vat of Curbistor, hopefully you've enjoyed a little bit of that, and of course you did get to see a little bit of vintage Stronsay bonsai grass. I'll say, let me door close, have my keys out in there. God bless and happy bonsaiing. Cheers. So on my way back now, didn't able to get any more birds this year, so I just thought I'd show you what Whitehall looks from the road coming in from the other parts of the island. It's all very flat, isn't it? But yeah, so if we look where we might be, Whitehall is that part over there. With Papa Stronsay. That's where I went walking yesterday and earlier. That's that little headland I talk about, which I go walking around. Takes about an hour and a half, and that's where a lot of the seals are. Anyway, that was really interesting. So I didn't see any more classic bonsai trees, so for now that'll do.
Well, fancy seeing you here. It's great to see you. Do you know, the sun is coming in on my right-hand side. I might get a little bit of seal burn. And by the way, Zav, don't know where he is, don't care, but he bores me senseless. If you know what yours good for you, you'll just keep on watching me. Oh, what do you do down there? Is that you, Zav? Leave me alone. Honestly, I just can't deal with this.
Alright, it's Xavier in the back of the garden at St Ola Cottage. And I bet you thought you were going to get through this trip and not see anything about bonsai. Well, that wouldn't be fair, would it? Because it is a bonsai channel after all. And you know that I got a lot of my Olearia and a few other things from the good brothers here at the cottage. And I had a little route around, and I don't know if I did a little bit of earlier filming, but I have got some more Olearia cuttings that are here. They've been sitting here for quite a while, and most of them are being used for some future hedging. But I thought I'd just give you an idea of what there is here that I might... We could go marmite, I suppose, but I think not. I think we'll let that grow. There's a few. This is certainly looking promising. That could be an interesting accent plant to go with it. But we've got some branch structure. We've got some classic division. So I think that's coming back to me, back to England in the good old Expressions van. It's got some roots on the end. That's been growing along the concrete top. So we'll put that to one side. What else have we got? Don't know. We've got some interesting bends here. Good pot. That might be something to think about. Little weenie pot like this, eh? Little peely pot. Look at that. That's a nice little trunk. For that alone, I'm going to take this back with me. Won't take the snail. And see. All sorts of interesting ideas there, so that'll come back. And if I do, if I treat them like anything else I did last time, they're going to sit in the back of the garden for a couple of years in the same pots. If you haven't guessed, I've probably already gone through this collection, so what you're seeing is what I've already decided. Okay, so again we've got interesting bit of trunk here, so we'll see what happens. That one may come back. That's 4. That's quite interesting. And here again, seeing how they bud back, cut here, that may be quite an interesting tree actually. So that's it. So anyway, I was determined to get something bonsai in this. So there you go. There's 5 of the Olearia that I'm going to bring back with me. I have actually been mounting up my collection of interesting rocks, but you don't need to see those. They look like rocks, and to be fair, you've got to feel them. You've got to be with them to understand the impact these rocks are. So from Xavier at the top end of Scotland in St Ola's Cottage. been trying to get this all morning. He keeps coming down there. Look at him, absolutely gorgeous. He's a bird. I can actually see why people like this bird watching. And of course, who doesn't like a bit of Stronsay cow? There we go. Hello, mate. Look at that. We all like a bit of cow. Not to eat, of course. For those vegetarians out there, please, please, I'm not trying to offend. Oh, look, we've got a funny coloured one. I don't know, that really is technical, isn't it? We've got a funny coloured cow. Look at him. Anyway, I'm sure this has got nothing to do with bonsai. It doesn't even start with B. In the right direction. There be seals, I believe. There we go. Our common grey seal, out of water. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. I don't know how much closer I can get. I don't know what the sound's going to be like here. That is just incredible, isn't it? They're basking in the autumn sun. Don't know if there's any little weeny ones. See if we can get. I don't know if we get a bit closer. Don't know. No, I'm absolutely at the maximum of the. But wow, that's pretty impressive, isn't it? It's quite a big colony. Here he is, looking over here. Now, actually, they had a special mission, and I tasked them to see if they could find some sea bonsai, but they couldn't see any. Yeah, absolutely incredible. So anyway, so I've actually achieved what I was really, really hoping to achieve, which is to get a seal colony out of the ocean, so to speak. Absolutely beautiful. So, from Xavier, at the northern end of Stronsay, who's happy that he's seen his seals and has got a few more days before he returns home, I say God bless, happy bonsaiing, and don't forget, outdoors is fun. Sometimes we need to enjoy the world a bit. Cheers. You would not believe how warm it is up here too as well. It's windy, but oh my gosh, is it warm. I'm only in 3 coats, triple pair of trousers, 14 socks, and my balaclava. But apart from that, you know, I feel like I'm in the Bahamas. You know, if I had anyone to come with me, I'd quite happily go swimming, because it's that sort of temperature, you know. Flip-flops, board shorts, few tinnies, you couldn't ask for more than that. Yeah, who can tell I'm telling little porcupines? Anyway, so I think this will probably be my last bit of filming from Stronsay. Whoa, that wind! Leave you on the sights of Whitehall. It's so windy, stormy out here, but literally outside my front door is, believe it or not, another seal. There he is. Looks like the ferry's going to be cancelled tomorrow, but literally, there you go. That's outside the door of St Ola Cottage. But yeah, it's looking pretty pretty bleak out here at the moment. I'm just staying warm and watching that forecast. But yeah, so it could be I'm coming back on Wednesday. Thought it'd be Thursday. Anyway, from Xavier at the front door of Ola Cottage, saying goodbye to Mr. Seal. Cheers and happy bonsaiing. It's Xavier, and I'm at Whattston Bonsai, and I've just learnt so much, and I thought I was an expert. I'm not. I'm an absolute dummy. So anyway, I'm going to give you a little tour of the benches and that. I've been treated so well here that I mean, it's just incredible. Anyway, I've got some trees all over the place, and I've got myself an Itagawa little juniper to work with as well, and loads of hints. So anyway, let's show you what he's got here. It's absolutely brilliant. We've got this lovely, look at this. Incredible, absolutely incredible. And his last visit was to Mr. Kimura's, which if any of you watch Bonsai Mirai, you'll know that's where Ryan learned. Gosh, incredible. Stormy. Gosh, look at this. Incredible that. More Itagawa. Some white pine. Korean hornbeam. Gosh, massive. That's nice because I confirmed that the one I've got is definitely Korean hornbeam. That's lovely. Ooh, that one's grabbing my eye. That's definitely grabbing my eye. Look at that. Incredible. Trident maples. Again, look at this. Not much change from £50. Look at that. We've got some more black pines. I've definitely got bought myself one of these little Itagawa. You told me to say it and I've said it wrong again, I know I have. Cork bark elm on rock. All the trident maples. That little white pine there. Seca apparently means it's stone, so the leaves are really hard as stone. Don't know why I'm whispering. Oh look, it's Alcova. So there we go. So there's the leaves on on a miniature Selkova. And I think I've decided that I'm going to go for that one on the rock as well. So from Xavier in this incredible greenhouse at Whattston's, I'm going to go back and have another quick chat to Dougie. But no, blown away again. Incredible here. If you get a chance to come up near Airdrie, it's definitely worth it.
And,
So you bring it right back to a strong, yeah.
plus, I've got an unintended tremor. So the scissors might move about a bit. Well, you can wear a white pine anytime, but if you wear them now, you might be taking off in January.
Yeah, so...
See, what I meant was, see, this is a fairly old tree, but look at the thickness of the branches. See, there's hardly any sap getting up there. But look, their arm sits in a socket and the branch sits in a ball.
Right.
I've just dislocated that.
Oh.
So that's dead. So you need to be careful when you're in there with your big mitts.
Well, 2 hours later, I've left Dougie, and I haven't met a nicer guy and more knowledgeable. And I'm going to be brutally honest. There's a few technique changes I'm going to be doing, and that's why I've always said mine isn't necessarily instructional, because as I've learnt today, my knowledge is at a very low level, and I want to get better. But there's a few things that that Dougie said to me that I'm going to have a go at. And let's be honest, it's all about trying to get things better and better techniques. And I'm sure you'll get to hear about those. But did I buy anything? Yeah, you'll get to find out what that is. But I'm 3 hours late, so I'm not going to get home now until dark. But I had a fantastic time. And if anyone ever gets near Airdrie, Whattston Bonsai, it is the same as going to someone's house, his back garden. He orders, you know, pallets, 20,000-30,000 pounds worth, and they're all, every tree I saw was quality, you know, wire marks. He doesn't try to sell you anything that's even vaguely looking a bit off. You know, I asked him when I walked in, is there any sort of bargain stuff? And he just looked at me and I thought, oh, right, I now understand who you are. And he was friendly as anything, really is down to earth, ask him loads of questions. And so, from Xavier, still all the way up in Airdrie. It's 3:30 in the afternoon, and I've still got to get back to Lincoln. But hopefully you'll enjoy watching this. And if you don't, you won't have watched it anyway. So, happy bonsaiing. Cheers. And just to excite you even more, just unpacking the van with all my different sorts of Orkney rock. And there's all sorts of shapes and goodness knows what there. But yeah, really happy with that little load. So hopefully Jack, the island hasn't got too much smaller. That's brilliant.